of the NDC, Johnson Asedi Nkatia, when he boldly declared that the whole concept of a state of emergency to fight Galamsey not on the table. He doesn't support it. Now, Honorable Johnson Asedi Nkatia doesn't just talk. When he's talking, he talks for the NDC boldly. When he's talking, he talks for the policymakers. That speech was serious because, one, in fact, we were just mourning these gallant 8 heroes who died in the helicopter crash, going to what? Fight Galamsey, going to look for solutions to end Galamsey. And then we were told that let's do something to honor them. The people even said, let's ban Galamsey, or let's ban all surface mining for a year in their honor. The people saying that for their sake and for their memory, let's delay it or let's completely expunge the allies supporting the mining, and then also what? Declare a state of emergency. These were voices. They seem to be a consensus, a convergence of ideas after the death of these people that this is the best thing we can do for their memory, so that their deaths are not seen to be in vain. Mm-hmm. Only for the national chairman of the NDC to come and just pour cold water on it. Now, that doesn't disappoint me. He's a politician. That's what he wanted. But there were journalists all over this country who advocated for us to what? Declare state of emergency and expunge it. I didn't hear an uprising from them. There were unions. And in fact, there was labor union, the whole of labor, who stood up and said, no, we have to do this, threaten a nationwide strike to close down the whole country. Then they made 2 demands: declare state of emergency and also what? Remove the airline. I've not heard anything from labor unions, from National Labor. My own union, UTAC, we went on strike because of this. National union leaders and local union leaders told us that Galamsey was an existential crisis. Almost a month, or no, there were 2 weeks to examinations, we closed down the universities. Students in the University of Ghana had to sit there doing nothing, waiting the academic calendar, thrown into tatters because we held politicians hostage almost 2 months or 3 months to an election because of Galamsey. We did this, and we even made the politicians to sign a pledge. The pledge saying that they promised to do, among other things, expunge the LI and also declare a state of emergency. Mm. Today, UTAC is quiet. Today, labor unions is quiet. Even though the national chairman of the NDC is telling us that they are not going to do that. If you were a union leader, and if yesterday you stood firmly for us to declare a state of emergency, but today you have shifted your position, shame on you. Bow your head in shame. If you were a journalist, if you were a civil society organization, and yesterday you advocated strongly for us to declare a state of emergency, but today you've kept quiet, shame on you. Bow your head in shame. And I'm going to say this. If the NDC's noise about Galamsey is what made you to vote for them, you have been used by someone to get a job.